lead. And we'll see Brock Purdy. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the 49ers and the Bears coming up next.
From the host of Super Bowl 50 back in February of 2016, there's a look at the home of the 49ers, Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at these 49ers as they interplay here. They're hot as can be, winners of 8 of their last 9 games.
I don't know if you call this start a surprise exactly, but they've proven that they're going to be able to stand toe-to-toe with anybody.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Bears, they've come in on a nice run of recent form, 4 wins out of 5. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So the Bears ready to go on offense, and it's the number 1 overall pick leading them out, the Heisman Trophy winner from USC, Caleb Williams.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yards with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100 plus the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
First carry for DeAndre Swift. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
You look at this Niner defense.
It's quite a unit, that's for sure. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
And since this is such a good unit at covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
Crowd getting in it a bit already. Here's an early 3rd and 10. Working out of the gun, Williams. Dancing to his left. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down. Here's Williams. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
From the gun, here's Williams. There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet. It's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes a pretty good lick at the end of that one. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. To throw, Williams. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have the Bears' 1st down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. On play action, here's Williams. And that's out to the flat for Swift. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's 2nd down. To the air, Williams. And the Niners get there and bring him down. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
Now that's a heck of a moment for your first sack of the game, because if this long drive ends without a touchdown because of that sack, we're going to look back and say that might be one of the biggest plays of this contest.
And this is going to be incomplete. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down. Here comes the Bears punter now. Back to return it, Christian McCaffrey. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Well, the 49ers get ready to go on offense, and it's the Pro Bowler Brock Purdy at the helm in his 3rd NFL season now out of Iowa State.
And there's a word that constantly gets thrown around with this guy when you talk to anyone in the building. Potential. They are sky high on what they believe he can grow into in the role of a starting quarterback. In addition, there are plenty around the league who think that as well. And years from now, he can still be leading this offense out.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
This defense for the Bears, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
On first down, this is McCaffrey.
And he'll get a few yards here to the 34. The Niners at 10-2 on the year, and they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners at 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Shotgun now with Purdy.
Under pressure, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now it'll bring up third down.
Debo going in motion left. Purdy from the gun.
Looking middle, and that's complete.
And he is going to have the 49ers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. A give running left, it's McCaffrey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
No sweat from Montez Sweat that time as he makes that stop look easy. No score after one on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 2nd and 13 forthcoming. Out of the gun, Purdy.
Flush to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third. A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away.
And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down.
And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20.
After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Throwing is Williams.
And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Oh, able to avoid him. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10.
The Niners offense led by their running back headed out for the 2nd possession.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey.
We show you the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns. You can see where he's right up there amongst the league's best at finding the end zone. Now it's 2nd and 10. Samuel in motion. Throwing here, Purdy.
Forced out to his left. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Purdy now to throw.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Purdy will set up to throw it here.
Buying time to his left. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Steps away to his left. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
I'm actually looking at this play with defensive eyes here, partner, because they were still laser focused on him after his earlier exploits on this drive. I think they went back to the well just a little bit too soon. He got across the line of scrimmage, but they certainly weren't giving up much more than that.
And Debo going to have a Niners first down as he'll get it down inside the 25.
Operating from the gun, Purdy.
Back to Debo Samuel for consecutive catches.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Debo going in motion left. Purdy looking to throw.
It fights him off. Being chased out left. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
So 1st and goal from the 9-yard line.
And the slot man goes in motion left.
Here's Purdy.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout.
So as they talk it over, we step aside. Purdy.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this.
And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down.
2nd and 5.
So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two.
Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the 3rd quarter.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway.
And they will wrangle them down a couple yards shy of the 30. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line. 1st and 10
at their own 28-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Looking deep for Jennings. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Let's go.
Samuel in motion. Now Purdy.
Open man is Samuel, complete. And he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And that one too wide and incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
That is caught. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
He'll fire this deep for Ayuk.
And he's got it inside the 10. Touchdown, 49ers.
Brandon Ayuk,
His second touchdown on the season.
and the Niners are able to add on to that lead.
It took them a while to get their speedster involved, but they found him downfield there.
And what we've discovered as we've watched games is the speedster doesn't have to have a lot of catches, doesn't have to have volume in order to have a huge impact on the game. His speed scares the heck out of defenses, and other guys can capitalize, but when you finally hit him and he carries it all the way into the end zone, that's what you're paying him for. That big threat that can make big plays on a limited number of catches.
That's how you step on the stage with your first catch, take it to the house.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half.
Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a two-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
They show run with three tight ends here on first down. Looking to throw is Williams.
Flushed out right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole.
From just shy of midfield, here's second down and 7. Play action. Now Williams. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Just work with me a second here because in my lifetime, seeing how quarterback percentages have changed in throwing the football, I mean, back in the good old days, if you were around 50%, you were doing okay. But now, you need to be 65 to 70% to be considered an elite quarterback. And in this ball game, I feel like we're playing old school, right around 50%.
Yeah, he's under 50%. He needs to start hitting more targets. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. For the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
3rd and 8. Back to throw, Purdy. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, standing just about on his own goal line. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt, and the Bears take over.
Off the play fake, it's Williams. Open man down the field, that's Odunze.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
Ineligible receiver downfield. Offense.
Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, They're going to toss that flag, and they did there.
From the gun, here's Swift.
It's a 5-yard pickup, so essentially they get the penalty yardage back, and it's back to 2nd and 10. Final minute now of the third quarter.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And only a couple for him there as the tackle is made at the 42.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
To throw, it's Williams.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there.
Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12.
Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end. Back now here in Santa Clara. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
They'll go. Here's Williams.
And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
So from the 25, this is 2nd and 5.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll send the tight end in motion left. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. On the toss, they run wide side with McCaffrey. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. Now we give to the big fullback Juszczyk. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. Here we go with McCaffrey. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown.
Christian McCaffrey, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Niners are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. Now Moody for the PAT.
He's got it, and it's 17-0. So the drive there took 6 plays. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. To throw, Williams. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Here's Williams. That one out wide and intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner.
And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
And San Francisco gets set to go here.
And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead.
And the tight end goes in motion left. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, They were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone.
59 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. McCaffrey is in. Touchdown, 49ers. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the first and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet.
And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there.
And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4. To the air, Williams.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Moore. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
From the shotgun, a throw for Williams.
And he'll go right back to Moore. Complete again. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Back to throw again. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. He won't find a ton of space following the display of power as he's down just inside the 45.
2nd down and 8. Williams going to look to throw again.
And the Niners get there and bring him down. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again.
And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has, but in his defense...
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Niners take over in terrific field position. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit too.
So the victory here for San Francisco, and this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
So they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field, so you got to like what you saw. What do they call that, a total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for San Francisco, the win pushes their record now to 11-2 on the year, and they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Bears, it's a potentially fatal blow to their playoff chances as they drop to 6-7 on the year. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.